Hey my good friend, Sam Haymart with Test Driven TV. The big talk of the New York Auto Show this year is the Ram 1500 electric pickup truck, the REV. And so it looks quite a bit different from that one we saw back in January at the CES show, and a lot of people have been talking about that. And now that we've seen it in the flesh and we've got the deets, well, now it's time for my take. Yeah, looking quite a bit less spectacular than the Ram 1500 Revolution EV concept truck shown at the Consumer Electronics Show just a few months ago. The actual production 2025 Ram 1500 REV was unveiled at New York. Essentially, the current Ram 1500 pickup truck mounted to a new full battery electric chassis, the 2025 Ram 1500 REV arrives last to the EV pickup truck market, much less revolution and a bit more evolution. Better late than never, the 2025 Ram 1500 REV does offer some heady specs that beat out the Ford Lightning and the Chevrolet Silverado EV trucks, at least for now. It'll be available with two battery power levels, starting with the standard 168 kilowatt-hour battery pack good for a range up to 350 miles. The big news is a massive and likely quite expensive 229 kilowatt-hour large battery pack variant with a range of 500 miles. That'll be best in class. Like the Ford Lightning, it features a unique frame that houses a battery pack in the center and two separate electric drive modules, or EDMs, at each axle. A 335 horsepower EDM at the front axle has automatic wheel end disconnect that allows the front wheels to spin freely when needed, and another 335 horsepower EDM at the rear axle that has within it an electronic locking rear differential. These are good for 654 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque that with all-wheel drive can rocket the truck from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.4 seconds. That's fast. Ram also says that it'll be able to get into water up to 24 inches deep, tow up to 14,000 pounds, and will have a payload of 2,700 pounds. No word yet on the curb weight, but it will be a lot, especially with that 229 kilowatt-hour battery. Charging time will be long on level 2 chargers, but if you can find a 350 kilowatt-hour level 3 fast charger, it can add up to 110 miles of range in about 10 minutes. It can also be a power source for your home in a power outage, a campsite, and even a work site with up to 7.2 kilowatts of AC power. Styling, as said, is essentially based on the current Ram Crew Cab, which will be the only configuration available. It does have a revised front clip with fancy tuning fork style LED lighting we did see on that concept, and a front trunk known as the frunk, which here will have up to 15 cubic feet of cargo space. At the rear is more of the tuning fork look and its unique LED tail lamps, and a power tailgate will be available. Wheel sizes range from 20 to 22 inches and will feature an 8-lug bolt pattern. Why are those wheels so big? Probably to surround those big brakes that are needed to stop all this weight. Standard, fully independent air suspension is at all 4 corners and will help manage all that weight and keep things on the level when loading it up. Inside, the Ram 1500 REV gets an updated version of the current interior with lots of upgrades in the trim department. Shown here is a new top-level tungsten trim grade with hand-stitched soft trims everywhere. Technology will surround with a large Uconnect 14.5-inch center touchscreen, which will house digital controls and information for most everything. Ahead of the driver is a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a color head-up display. Ahead of the passenger will also be an available 10.25-inch screen, allowing them to play and control various ancillary things. Topping it all off, an available high-end Klipsch 23-speaker audio system also makes its debut. We're told that the Ram 1500 REV will be available in 5 trims, including the base-level Tradesman. Now, we'll see how base-level that it actually is and how easy it'll actually be to get one. Ford's XL Lightning was nearly impossible to get and still is. It's followed by the Bighorn, Lone Star, Laramie Limited, and the new top-level Tungsten. So here's my bottom line. While it is late to the party and quite a letdown in form from the expectations set by the Revolution EV concept truck just a few months ago, the Ram 1500 REV does best the currently available competition in most of its performance metrics, and there's no doubting Ram will sell every single one of them they build before they even roll off the line. The price? All indicators are that it will be competitively priced with the Ford Lightning, which means a base grade tradesman will be around $60,000 and the fully loaded tungsten more around $100,000. We'll find out soon enough. So yeah, this is probably going to be a very competitive truck, albeit a big bonehead mistake showing us that wild, phantasmic concept truck, setting our expectations way up here, and then, kind of punching us in the gut by giving us a Ram with an electric chassis that already looks like the one we drive every day now, So that's like marketing 101. Somebody in the marketing department should have said, no, don't go there. That's not a good idea. Nonetheless, I can't wait for a test drive. That'll be probably in a couple of years when the truck comes out, So it is 2 years away still. That's easy to forget when we're already taking reservations, but that's the way it works with these new electric trucks. Until then, you can see our latest video right there. Better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel right there and stay informed on all of our updates on this truck.